Hello, everybody. I've had a couple students ask me about my office setup, my desk setup. I do a bit of, well, I do my online classes here, do a lot of teleconferencing, as well as record video. And so this is how I have it set up. It's a sit stand desk, so I kind of use it as a pedestal as well, meaning for camera work at least. When I have a camera set up there, I can rise it up, bring it down to fit whatever I need if I'm standing. I mostly do my recording standing, but yeah, this is my setup. I've got multiple lights here. I use these deflectors slash shoot through screens to make the light a little more pleasant, not so direct. 'Cause I'm using these little panel lights behind here. If you see the little panel lights, and using those directly, it tends to get a little hard light. So I put these screens in front of them to make it a little softer. And these screens are they're pretty cheap Amazon deals. I just kind of rigged them onto some clips there and kind of put together a little lighting rig there for each of these. It's really handy because they are they can be moved around actually quite a bit. In fact, this one that I'm currently using right here, I don't always have it here. I knew I was going to be recording. Oh, yep, I'm in class right now, just a normal office hour. So I keep my class open between or during my office hours, whatever it might be, for students to drop by. And if they have any questions, I haven't had anybody. Actually, it's the end of the semester right now. I'm kind of surprised nobody's joined. They've given a final assignment due, and a few students have said that they've had some questions about it. So I made sure that I'm here, but nobody's showing up. But we'll see. Still have some more time for students to drop by. But yeah, as I was saying about this particular light, as with all of these, they can be detached. They're completely battery operated, and this one is a clamp. So I can pick this up. I currently have it plugged into power though. It doesn't need the power, but I have it clamped. I can unplug the power and it's completely battery operated. And move it anywhere I want. In fact, I've got one up there as a backlight. I normally don't keep that one on, but I turned it on for this video so you can see it. And this is a headlight, backlight. So when I am recording using the front-facing camera, I will, or a camera facing this way. In fact, here I can turn this around. Whoops, no, not like that. It won't let me flip the camera around while I'm shooting, so I will just go around like this. There we go. So when I'm recording like this, that light up there will provide some nice backlight onto my head and separate me from the background. So it can be very handy for that. But Of course, I have a microphone. Microphone. I'm not using that right now for this video, but that one is connected via a switch back here. There's a little switch back here that I can click, and it'll switch between my Mac here and my work computer here. That is my work computer. They're all kind of work computers, but that one is supplied by my work. This is my personal Mac, and then I also have a Surface Pro here, and these are just extra screens. Oh, there's my Surface Pro. These are just my extra screens. The screens, at least this screen right here, could switch between either of these two with a switch right here. So I just click that. Let's see, it probably won't, since this one is asleep right now, it probably won't show anything. But when I do that, it will flip over and now be useful with this computer. It's black because I'm not logged or not signed in. But that's how that one works. So let me flip it back to the Mac. I'm in the process of getting another switch for this one. Right now, I just pull out the HDMI from here. I pull that out and just put it into my Surface Pro, so I can have an extra screen for my Surface Pro. But if I'm working on my work computer, I'll just flip it over to there. Sometimes I'll even so this work computer will have this one, and this one sometimes. So I'll have all three of them. Do a lot, be in a teleconference, have my calendar up, my email up, and maybe a website up here, or some type of work project that I have to share with everybody. So having three screens for work is very handy. But then I can just push those screens over to another computer if I end up doing more projects on that. And but as for my Surface Pro is kind of my the kind of get up and go computer. So if I feel like getting out of my office and going over to Starbucks or going to the park or working from my car, I have a desk set up in my car too. I can grab my Surface Pro and get that detached pretty easily and get out of the out of the office here and get some fresh air. And then in my car, I mentioned I'll do a desk video of my car, my car office sometime, and but I have a another monitor in there that I can set up, so I can have multi-screen support while I'm working from my office in my car. Very nice if I go out to the mountains, need to get away, get some fresh air, and still get some work done. Very handy. There's that. There is a Stream Deck. I'm still practicing with the Stream Deck. I'm just so used to using Zoom with just using the keyboard and mouse. But I'm getting used to using the Stream Deck. Here's some features I did. Like whenever I ask a question in class, no answers, I'll go ahead and hit the crickets. But then if we say people have to think about an answer, I give them some background music. If it's like a 30 seconds to answer the question, I'll do that. Hit record, hit mute all. Let me do that. So mute all, mute me, mute all, screen share, just leave the classroom, hide chat. Here, I can press the button, I can hide chat, bring chat back up, hide people. There we go. So very handy. Stream Deck is pretty handy. I'm going to set it up for PowerPoint and Storyline, although that's on my Mac right now, and I don't normally use PowerPoints. I present PowerPoints on my Mac, but I don't do much work in PowerPoint on my Mac and creating PowerPoints, or of course Storylines, because Storyline is a PC only. So I would have to transfer it over here and get it all programmed up. So yeah, there's those features. Oh, here's a cool thing. This is kind of move stuff around, but that is a teleprompter. That is a teleprompter for this phone that I'm on right now. So I can, let's see if I can turn this around. Whoop. So yeah, this is a phone mount, so I can pop this phone into the one that I'm holding right now. I can pop that into here, line up the lens, and I've got a teleprompter. Now the teleprompter, of course, the teleprompter is displayed off of, I have a extra Android phone here, something that I just got for free with my phone service, but I don't use it. But I can then open up the Parrot app here. Parrot is a teleprompter app, and this is a Parrot teleprompter. And so I can have a script there, and if you notice, it is, there we go, so I can play it. It is reversed, so when you look it in the mirror, you can read it. And if I ever need to do a reading on camera, I can use that. It also has a remote control, Bluetooth remote control, so I can be sitting back here, on camera, remote control in hand, and control the teleprompter to whatever speed I need. Of course, I'd set the microphone up so that it's recording me and proper lighting. So it's a nice little setup for shooting some videos. And so yeah, that is the teleprompter, and this is of course on a. Oops, let me get my. All right, my gimbal here is acting up a little bit. There we go. So that's just whenever I'm not shooting, I'll just push this off to the side, like that, so it's out of the way. But if I do shoot, it's easy to bring in and begin shooting. Of course, this computer, I'll probably close this one down. Normally, when I'm shooting video, I'm not on my work computer, because my work computer, for my work, I don't do that I do use this computer for, I don't really shoot a lot of videos for. So I'll close this computer up, put it into the back, and then I'll bring the teleprompter over, set up the camera, and then I will be ready to go. And then I frequently use now Filmic Pro. And so I'll have Filmic Pro remote on this extra iPhone. So that's different from, so I have an extra Android phone that I use to control, to display the teleprompter. And I have an extra iPhone, this is my old iPhone, that I'll use as a remote to Filmic Pro, my video recording app. So that way I can have my phone mounted not using the back camera, not facing, so I can't see the screen. I can only see the teleprompter, and then I will use this remote as a remote to control the camera and setting the lighting, setting the aperture, setting the focus, setting the zoom. All of that stuff can be done remotely through this phone, and then I will use my Apple Watch to actually record. So if I could just turn my wrist. It shows what there's a record button there to hit record, so I'll hit that and start recording my video. So I can be in place, have all the lighting set, have the camera set correctly, all remotely, and hit record. And then of course control the teleprompter with the handheld device here, and makes it a nice little studio setup to record videos. So I think that is. Oh, and if you're curious, I know I have three computers, and two mice. I have two mice here. This one is for my work computer, that one, and this one is for my Surface Pro and my Mac. What it has is a button here. It's a great, sorry, not mice, trackballs. I'm a trackball person. And what I'll do is I will hit the button, and it's Bluetooth enabled on both. So I'll hit the button and it just jumps between the two, so I can use one trackball for both devices. And the same goes for the keyboard. The keyboard is actually three devices. So number F1 goes to the Mac, F2 goes to my work computer, and F3 goes to the Surface Pro. Then, of course, I can grab my Surface Pro keyboard if I need that as well. So that is kind of my setup. I can move things around. Everything's on arms here. So if I end up need more workspace, I can move everything back, move things out of the way. I don't have all of this set up at all times. Normally I'm on two computers at a time. I'm actually kind of done with this one for the day, so that one can be pushed aside. But I'll either be doing my class on my Mac. It's where I actually have my class presentations, or I'll be doing work in Storyline or PowerPoint or whatever on my Surface Pro. Yeah, just change the monitors up, and I of course don't have the lighting on all the time. Since I'm in the session here, I'll have the lighting on and for demonstration purposes. So that's really it. I just set up these acoustic panels on the walls to kind of give the walls a little color, a little decoration, and make it a little more audio friendly. Last thing I will show you is I do have a do not disturb sign here that is remote controllable. I can hit the button on the side to turn it on and off, or I can use my phone to turn it on and off. And this is really helpful to, well, ideally, theoretically, it's very helpful to keep the kids out when I am recording. But I will be on camera sometimes, and I will see this door kind of peek open a little bit, and I'll see a little face pop in just to see what I'm doing, even if the do not disturb is on. So doesn't really, it helps a little bit, I guess. So but to still get the kids that want to see what we're doing here. So but yeah, there is my setup. I hope that answers all your questions. But of course, send me a message if you have any more questions, and I can show you more about the setup if you're interested. All right, have a good night.